Hi everyone, this is Thomya at Bangkok's Suvarnabhumi Airport, and I'm so excited tonight because I'm going to fly a direct flight from Bangkok to Munich with Lufthansa 𝗚𝗃𝗏𝗏 aircraft. This is the resumption after 3 years, and Bangkok has been chosen as the first destination in Asia to fly this 𝗚𝗃𝗏𝗏 aircraft. And I'm just enjoying food at Coral Lodge at the airport just before boarding. I'm going to fly in premium economy class, and I'm going to show you how cozy it will be. So see you on board. 𝗚𝗃𝗏𝗏 is the world's largest commercial passenger aircraft. It is a double-deck jet with over 500 seats. Welcome to Munich. It is my first time in Bavaria and I'm super excited. The weather is nice, not too cold. The hotel we're going to stay in Munich is a legendary hotel where Michael Jackson has stayed for several times. Hotel Bayerischer Hof. Welcome to my room. Yes. Hey. Okay, with safety box over here. This is places to hang coat, shirts, everything. This is my bathroom. Okay. Toilet. And there's a big bathtub over here. Very nicely decorated. Beautiful. Also, there's a shower area over here as well. Okay, and look at that. Their amenities. Cool. All right, let's continue to the living area. Okay, this is the living area with, desk for, you can work at night. This is the living area for guests with very nice view outside. Okay, and this is big bed. Willkommen in München. Welcome to Munich. Wow. We are so happy today, and we would like to introduce ourselves first.
Yes. My name is Helga. I'm 53 years old and I'm a Munich child. I'm born here and I love my hometown, and I'm a city guide, and I'm so happy to show my hometown to other people.
I'm so blessed to be here today. This is my first time in Munich, and this is Thomya from Bangkok, Thailand. And where are we now?
We are standing on the 𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, the King's Place, a beautiful place built up in the Greek architecture in the year 1836 from one of our kings. His name was Ludwig I.
Yes, and the weather is nice today. It's the starting of autumn.
Yes, we are here on
see around you. We can see the changing colors of the trees. Okay, yes. Okay. Maybe continue with
yes,
story.
We had one of our kings, Ludwig I was his name, and he was fond of building beautiful buildings, and his son became king of Greece. And then Ludwig said, I want to build up something in a Greek style in my town in Munich, and therefore we have this beautiful place. It took 60 years to build it up.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. Look at our vehicle today.
Oh yes.
It's special because we're in Germany, we're in Bavaria, and this is one of the classic kind of cars that we will use for today. What is it called?
This is a bully, and this is a very special bully, a Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
Yes, and the very first bus which ever was built, the T1. Yes, and 4 hours.
Back in the 50s?
Yes, they started to build it up in the 50s. and in Germany they finished it in 1967. And this one is
Right.
in the last year in Germany this car was built.
Yes, and we have the rooftop like a classic way. Let's take a look at this rooftop. Okay, to enjoy the ride all day today. All right, thank you.
People come, they take their glasses from at home and they go to the fountain and they get beer. And you can get 3 types of it, the dark one.
What is this just in front of us?
This is the very first museum which was built for paintings in the world. Yeah. Again, our ruler Ludwig King I, he decided to build up this museum that the population has the opportunity to see the pictures
Yes.
the 𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏 have collected.
Yes, just behind us. Here we are on
Ludwigstraße.
Straße or Ludwig Avenue. This is the main road, about 1 kilometer long.
Yeah. And straight, and was built under Ludwig I, the king who liked to build so many things, and he wanted to have an own boulevard.
Wow, beautiful. And there's a monument called
The city, the Gate of Victory, Siegestor in Germany. Yes.
Oh.
And above there's a figure standing, it's the Bavaria. She takes care of the Bavarian country and of the population.
Okay. Walking in the Hofbräuhaus Passage. Nice shops.
Nice shops, yeah.
Local shops.
Behind is the Orlando House. It's the house where the famous musician Orlando di Lasso lived in the 16th century.
Ah,
And every house which is built up here from that day on is named Orlando House.
okay. How about this? This is Opera House?
This is a very, very famous house. This is the Hofbräuhaus.
Oh, okay.
Yes, where we will go inside and try some beer.
Okay.
And the place here is called 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏, that means little place.
Prost! เป็นไงบ้างครับมามิวนิก
สนุกดี
ครั้งแรกป่ะครับ ประทับใจอะไรครับวันแรก
ประทับใจเบียร์แล้วกัน
เบียร์เลยนะ โอเค
So we have some Bavarian specialities today. So the most typical food will be the pork knuckle, here with a dumpling. Then we have some fish from the Bavarian lakes with risotto. Something healthy, the Caesar salad, of course not so typical Bavarian, but to have salad. Then the half duck, it's very famous here in Bavaria with the bread dumpling. And then in the Alpine region, the Wiener Schnitzel in Austria and Bavaria, and of course some good sausages with sauerkraut and mustard. So guten Appetit, everybody.
Guten Appetit.
In the evening, we visited Nymphenburg Palace, which has a really nice souvenir shop. This is a must-see place in Munich.
We are the Nymphenburg Palace. This is behind me, a beautiful palace which was used from the royal family, the 𝗘𝗂𝗿𝗄𝗏, to stay here in the summertime. And it was built in the 17th century because a couple of our electors, they had problems to get children. And so they promised if a boy will be born, they will build up a church and a monastery. And they did. After 12 years, a boy was born. His name was Max Emanuel. And the father was so happy to be father. And he gave a little piece of land to his wife. And she put this summer residence on that.
Beautiful. And the garden
country.
is huge.
Yes.
We're going to walk around.
Yes.
This morning, we are heading to the highest mountain in Germany, Zugspitze. Along the way, we see beautiful autumn leaves with mountain as a background. We will take a cable car up to the top. On a sunny day, we will be able to see the views from 4 countries, Germany, Austria, Italy, and Switzerland. Hi, we are at Zugspitze and we're going up the cable car. This is the top of Germany. Right. Although it is snowing today, I think it is another kind of excitement. Especially most of my trip companions are from a tropical country like Thailand. We do appreciate to see snow. Next, we're going down for lunch at a famous Klosterbräu Restaurant before continuing to Ettal Abbey. Ettal Abbey is a Benedictine monastery founded in 1330 by Louis IV. Ettal is one of Bavaria's architectural highlights with its striking and unique monastery grounds. The mighty basilica, the magnificent Rococo vestry, and treasures in the monastery library attract thousands of visitors each year. Today, 30 monks live in the abbey under the rule of Saint Benedict. Guided tours of the monastery grounds are available upon prior arrangement. What surprised me is that a part of the monastery is a liquor factory. Ettal Monastery liquor owes its existence to the monastic medicine of the Middle Ages. Because the monks have been involved in medicine since ancient times, they kept the recipes in recipe books and passed them on from monastery generation to monastery generation. And here we are, Innsbruck. Our welcome dinner with a traditional show is at Tiroler Abende. Good morning from my bedroom at Adler Hotel Innsbruck. The view from here is breathtaking. Let me get brushed up and have breakfast before exploring the city of Innsbruck today. The street view from the bus is fantastic. I love the architecture of the city, which has the Alps as a background. Good morning. We're in Innsbruck today, and we all were invited by a local guide who has been, living here for over 400 years. Her family, and then we're strolling around the old town and just dropped by one of the most famous strudel cafe in town. It's called Kroll. Okay, strudel is regarded as like a national dessert of Austria. All right, still a long way to go in this old town. So follow me.
Therefore, when there was a wedding, they had to display how rich, how wealthy they are. And this is why inside it's one of the most beautiful Renaissance halls of Europe.
I think this is the most photogenic spot in Innsbruck. So, don't miss coming to this area to get the best shots of colorful buildings, the river, and the Alps. This is a beautiful day in Innsbruck. We've been so happy walking around the old town. We then explored Ambras Palace, which ranks among the most important sites in Austria. Dated back to 450 years ago, this palace or castle is regarded as the first museum in the world that is still found in the same place it was established. Later, we learn about bell-making business that has operated for over 400 years through 14 generations. Their bells ring out in almost 100 countries worldwide. Right now we're at the corners of Swarovski And we're going to tour around the property after lunch. The lunch is amazing. We've had such a wonderful time. The snow room at Crystal World Wetlands. This Christmas tree or pine tree is created by crystal, and this room is exhibited all year round. Then we arrived Salzburg later that evening. We enjoyed a dinner before going to bed at a beautiful hotel in the center of the city, 𝗔𝗂𝗏𝗠𝗔 Salzburg. Welcome to my room at 𝗔𝗂𝗏𝗠𝗔 Salzburg. The facilities are great. I love its classic design with contemporary furniture and beautiful paintings. You know, I'm a fan of the sound of music, and this 5-star hotel is just a short walking distance from Mirabel Garden. Well, let's take a look at a welcome card from the hotel with handwriting. I'm impressed. Good morning, Ilse.
Good morning.
Okay, we're in Salzburg and we're touring around the old town of Salzburg. This is the musical city of Austria. Okay, I'm a big fan of the sound of music, and you're bringing us to many locations today. Exactly. This is the first one at Mirabel Garden, yeah, where the film 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Okay, what would you say, like, for people who do not know Salzburg, like a brief information about the city?
Yeah, Salzburg is always worth to see, to come here to visit. We have the Sound of Music, was filmed here in 1960. Lots of tourists come here, but not only Sound of Music, we have also Mozart, a very famous musician, was born here in the city of Salzburg. Mozart. We have Mozart's birthhouse, we have Mozart's living house, and above all, we have a nice surrounding. We have the mountains, the Alps around, we have parks, we have gardens, we have good fresh air, we have nice scenery, we have the Lake District.
Wow.
We have lots of lakes, the water is absolutely clean. In wintertime people like to come for skiing, we have snow on the mountain, yeah, you can go hiking, so you see, I can continue telling what you can see here in Salzburg.
Yeah, let's go explore. Here I am in front of Mozart's house in the center of Salzburg, Austria. Mozart is regarded as one of the greatest music composers of all time. Okay. ตอนนี้เราอยู่ที่
Salzburg
บริเวณตรงนี้มันเป็นจัตุรัส
City Center ค่ะ
ใช่ไหมครับ เต็มไปด้วยตึกใหญ่มากมาย
ใช่ เดี๋ยวเรากำลังจะขึ้นปราสาทกัน แล้วก็จะมีวิวที่สวยมากเลยมองเห็นเมืองข้างล่าง แล้วก็ทานอาหารเที่ยงกัน
เย้
Stay tuned
In the afternoon, we visited the oldest active salt mine in Germany. Salt has been mined here in the depths of the Alps for more than 500 years. A 1-hour tour is comprised of riding miner's train, miner's slide, as well as a boat across the underground salt lake. Later that evening, we had a chance to try Bavarian food at a 2 Michelin stars restaurant located at 𝗘𝘂𝗿𝗄𝗏 Resort. Good morning. This is the last morning in this trip. My room is so spacious and comfortable that I hate to leave. Well, our plan today is to visit Adi Museum and Ingolstadt Village.
You can never sleep in traffic. There's living steady panic. I know 'cause I try acid. Now I see through your habits. Just like gadgets. You tell me with the
Guten Tag. This morning we visited Adi headquarters in Ingolstadt.
need me to get your bills paid. That's what you said. I guess I'm just too fake for that. So sit down, listen, think for a minute. No, it might be hard 'cause you're uneducated. Break down, face it, breathe for a minute. I'm about to help you with your manners and respect. You get it? Just uneducated. But this so but you make it. One day, manners and respect.
Talking about Ingolstadt Village, when it comes to fashion, when it comes to a day-out experience, you should always consider Ingolstadt Village as one of a half-a-day experience when you stay in Munich or in the Bavaria surroundings. So you can think about what can we do with a family to have a good day out. where you have access to fashion, where you have access to food. Have some fun, have some smile, have some great day. You come to us and you will find over 100 brands, luxury brands, fashion, lifestyle, also made in Germany. So there is it's a big variety of brands to choose. And what is really the highlight when you come to our place, we sell them up to 60% discount.
Okay.
Guess I'm just too fake for that. So sit down, listen, think for a minute. No, it might be hard, 'cause you're uneducated. Break down, face it, breathe for a minute. I'm about to help you with your manners and respect.
Before boarding the plane back home, we had a brief tour around Munich Airport. This 5-star airport has just received 2 awards, Best Airport Staff in Europe and Best Airport in Central Europe. On board, I was in business class, which is equipped with great facilities. My seat is spacious and can be adjusted to 180-degree flatness, so my sleep was comfortable throughout the flight, arriving Bangkok well-rested and relaxed. Hope you enjoyed this trip in Germany and Austria with me. Don't forget that Lufthansa flies non-stop between Bangkok and Munich. I wish to be back to Europe again to film more videos. Thanks for your kind support. Please subscribe.